Hello, welcome back to my channel, guys. I've been thinking about this topic ever since it had the whole internet, the whole social media, and a tizzy since it dropped last week. There's a debate going on, guys, and I want to present you with the scenario, okay? Imagine you have a D1 prospect daughter, okay? You got a daughter, she stands at least 6 feet tall, gorgeous girl. You've been training her in basketball damn near her whole life, since elementary, middle, high school. Now she's about to go off to college, okay? Now, regardless of money, okay, regardless of the NI deals, we're taking money out of it, okay? Just for a moment, right? Imagine that she's not going to get paid. Of course she's going to get paid, right? Especially in today's climate, these college basketball players and these college athletes overall, they demand some coin, okay, for their time, their bodies, their mind, energies, and souls being sucked into these sports. But imagine like she's not making any money. But again, she's a D1 prospect of basketball, women's basketball. And you, as her parent, you have options, okay? You get presented with 4 coaches. They approach you and your daughter saying, hey, I love your daughter's work. Your daughter is brilliant. She has a brilliant mind, a beautiful basketball IQ. I want to become her coach. You got one, your daughter can be sent to UConn, as University of Connecticut, the Huskies, under Coach Geno. Or 2, South Carolina, the Lady Gamecocks. Okay, she can get sent to Dawn Staley, okay, down there in down South Carolina. And then 3, Kim Mulkey, okay, she can be under Kim Mulkey's wing and join the Lady Tigers of the LSU, Louisiana State University. Or, a lot of people say like she's irrelevant, but I'll be nice. I'll just throw her in there too. Lindsay Gottlieb, okay, she is the head coach of USC, that is University of Southern California, where Juju Watkins plays. Where would you send your daughter? Allow me to read you this article from sportskita.com. It says Dawn Staley, Geno Auriemma, and Kim Mulkey have become subjects of a debate on social media ignited by college basketball fans. The head coaches of South Carolina, UConn, and LSU were pitted against each other, and USC head coach Lindsay Gottlieb, with fans being asked which coach they would play for if they were recruits. Fans put Staley and Auriemma over Mulkey, believing the duo would be better coaches to fuel only recruits' future than the Tigers' head coach. Someone quotes, "Sure as heck not Mulkey, would never let my daughter around her," said one fan. That's harsh. "If I'm a post player, I'm going with Dawn. If I'm a wing, I'm going with Geno," said another. Why are people so they have very strong opinions about Coach Kim Mulkey. Now again, I understand that she's a very controversial woman. Be it, the things she says, her coaching strategies, her coaching techniques, her emotional outburst of anger when she's on the court coaching. But she's a coach. Sometimes, you kind of get mad. You got to get mad when, your players are getting missed foul call shots and things of this nature. What do you mean? I wouldn't never let my daughter around Kim. Like, you act like she had predator or something. Like, girl, you're doing too much. Now, another fan added, for my daughter, it would be Dawn or Geno. Geno and Dawn have a track record for preparing players to become pros, added another, which is true. A few others took Mulkey's side, while Gottlieb was barely considered by fans who took part in the debate. That's what I'm saying. Like, Lindsay Gottlieb, head coach at USC, it's like, girl, it's like she pretty much didn't even exist in this conversation. I'm so sorry for you. Someone quotes, "Just for basketball, maybe Dawn. If I'm trying to build a brand as well, and the coach will let me be me, Kim," said one fan. People said that Kim Mulkey is brilliant when it comes to allowing her players to be themselves, and also helping them to cultivate their image to build a brand. They said that Kim Mulkey is the one who gave Angel Reese that Bayou Barbie nickname. Again, like she was a walking double-double, her rebounding skills. She said, you know what? And she's so pretty and so tall and pretty. She said, you're a Barbie doll. She said, you should be the Bayou Barbie. They saying that Angel Reese got that whole niche from Kim Mulkey. Again, Kim Mulkey is the one, she coached Brittany Griner, Dejanay Carrington, Nalissa Smith, Queen Egbo. Who else? There's so many women. Again, like all these coaches have a track record of, preparing the world's greatest female basketball players for the league, which is the WNBA. Now, Lindsay Gottlieb of USC, she's still, I'm not sure. I'm not very familiar with her. I honestly cannot think of any players that she has coached to go on to the WNBA, at least not at this time. Another one added, so this is the point I'm making. Someone quoted, "I'll be the one to say it. USC coach doesn't belong in this conversation." Well, that was harsh. It says, Dawn Staley and the South Carolina Gamecocks have shown the traits which won them the national championship last season, winning their opening 5 games of the 2025 through 2025 season. Number 9, North Carolina State, is amongst their 5 scalps, and they are set to face their biggest test of the season against number 5. And of course, that was yesterday. Okay, UCLA unfortunately beat the freaking Gamecocks. They lost. Lindsey Gottlieb has enjoyed the rise of sophomore Juju Watkins at USC. As the number 3 Trojans have dominated their opponents in the opening 4 games. They will face their toughest test of the season against number 6 Notre Dame, entertaining them in Los Angeles on November 23rd. Of course, that was Saturday. They lost to Notre Dame. Okay, it was just crazy. This weekend has just been upsets. It upset everybody. It upset the world. It upset the teams who got beat. That is the USC Trojans and South Carolina Gamecocks. This is crazy. Because although Kim Mulkey and the Tigers are yet to face ranked opposition, they have met expectations by scoring comfortable wins in their opening 6 games. They will travel to the Bahamas to take part in the Baha Mar Hoops Pink Flamingo Championship, where they could face their first ranked opponent at number 9 North Carolina State. Allow me to give you their individual stats, just a small general, overview of each coach before I give you who I would send my daughter to. Now, Geno, of course, Mr. Husky man, okay? Coach Geno of the UConn Lady Huskies, he says he has won 11 national championships with the team, all between 1994, 1995, and 25 through 2016. He has also won 27 conference tournament titles at UConn between his time in the Big East in the American Athletic Conference. Kim Mulkey has won 4 national championships as a head coach at women's college basketball. It says, and she's enshrined in the Naismith Hall of Fame. Despite her on-court success, she's been a polarizing force in women's college basketball, frequently stirring controversy. And of course, last but not least, we got Miss Dawn Staley. It says Dawn Staley, the head coach of the University of South Carolina women's basketball team, she has won 3 national championships in 2017, 2022, and 2024. It says she's a 3 times NCAA Division I tournament champion, a 6-time NCAA Regional Final Four, and an 8-time SEC tournament champion. Again, all these coaches are great, and they deserve the praise, their salaries and everything, and then some. Now, I'm not going to put Lindsey Gottlieb into this conversation if I had a D1 prospect daughter. Drum roll, please, guys. Now, again, I just gave you the stats, the overall general consensus of each of the coaches, and without question, I would be sending my baby girl to Dawn Staley. Like, are you crazy? And again, Geno Auriemma, he is an amazing coach. Like, just looking at his stats, obviously he has a little bit more. I believe he's the oldest out of all of them. So I believe he has more history and he has more years and time and service when it comes to being a head coach of a women's college basketball team. But I got to give it to Dawn Staley. Again, maybe it's the black connection. I'm a black woman. She's a black woman. I believe if I had a D1 prospect daughter, I would send her to her just off of that. That's not off of just that, of course, but we could relate to each other. Again, team chemistry and team building. A lot of it is about, relationships, how you relate to your coaches. Again, I would believe that my would-be daughter would be comfortable around Dawn Staley and her coaching abilities, her attitude, her techniques, the way she talks, the way she walks. Because again, she would just, in a way, I wouldn't say she would mirror me directly, totally, because we're just both black. But it would be some familiarity there, if that makes sense. And again, if I had to rank it in order, first it would be Dawn Staley, and then it would be Geno, and then it would be Kim. Now again, Geno is Geno. Again, he has over 11 championships. That man wearing all those rings, he is, brilliant when it comes to women's basketball and coaching and instructing women's basketball. And of course, Kim Mulkey, I don't care what nobody say. I love me some Kim Mulkey, okay? Controversy or not, I understand the things, they saying she could be possibly homophobic. I don't believe she's homophobic. I just believe that she's raised Christian, conservative, and again, she was teaching at Baylor University. It was a private Christian school. Okay, half your team is gay. She's just telling them what, y'all can love women if you want to, but just don't be out loud with it. Again, I understand that's what I just said is controversial. I'm sorry, but again, I believe she was just trying to protect these ladies on that campus and also protect the women's basketball program, because if they found out half the team is sleeping with each other, they looking on each other, they probably would have got closed down. So again, guys, I just presented you with the scenario. Again, if I had a daughter, D1 prospect, she's getting approached by coaches. If money was not, even involved. Now, of course, I would go where the money is. Well, not totally. Okay, just because, let's say, Dawn Staley, $10 million, $20 million, Kim, $15 million. Again, I would still have to take into consideration the programs, where they're ranked, the techniques, the consistency, what is the strategies, the methods. Let me see the scout reports, things of this nature. But again, guys, comment down below. If you had a D1 prospect daughter, what coach and what school would you send her to?